Hello everyone, welcome to another Teach to Code with Professor V, Java edition. So I was trying to build the graphical user interface yesterday with just code in it. I don't know, there was not very intuitive layouts anyway, so I got so frustrated I kind of didn't build the video. Spent a couple hours learning how these different layouts work, which was nice for me, but then I just, started thinking we could use the graphical user interface builders that they have, the Gui builders. Now in NetBeans, it comes with it, right? With Eclipse, I'm not sure if you guys need a plugin, so I'm sorry I don't use Eclipse, but if you do put in the comment below, like, how do I get that running and stuff, I believe it's the Window Builder plugin, if I remember correctly. It's been a long while. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So the first thing we're going to go to the patient class, and the first thing we're going to need is we are going to do one more string, and we're going to call it patient ID. Okay, so, we might have a lot of John Does, right? So if we're going to retrieve data, something in my brain came back from database class, we're going to use a unique identifier called the patient ID. So we're going to add that, which means we're going to have to also add the methods, right? So remember, public void set patient ID. We'll take a string, right? We'll call it patient ID, just like it is up there. And then this dot patient ID is equal to that patient ID, right? The one in the argument. So remember, this one goes with the argument, the parameter that we're setting. This one is going to be the variable that we're setting, the global variable. Alright, so now we're going to do public string get patient ID. And this one doesn't need to take a parameter, but it does need to return this dot patient ID, right? Okay. Now remember, we don't need the this, but since I programmed it in all the rest of them, I'm sticking with it. So alright. So now we have our patient ID. We have all our identifiers, everything we need. Let's go ahead and go to the main class, the medical intake form. We're going to go ahead and erase all this stuff right now. We won't need any of this stuff for the moment. And then, alright, so let's go ahead and go to the medical intake form. Right click on your package with the medical intake form and the patient class. And the way we're going to do it in NetBeans is JFrame form. And we're going to call this patient JFrame, sorry. And actually, I guess patient intake JFrame. So, alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring me into this Gui builder right here. So, we are going to need some labels, right? I think the most intuitive one is probably setting a label at the top. We can say patient intake form. And I think that'll be nice in the center. As centered as we can get it, right? Okay. There might be a way to center things with all these, but I've never really messed with them too much, so. Alright. So we are going to need labels for... Oops, that's a whole panel. Oopsies. Alright, so we will need a label for the patient ID. I guess let's just go ahead and label things right away. Patient ID. We will need a label for... Oh, I didn't save that. Why didn't it save it? Let's see. Patient ID. Okay, I probably have to hit enter. First name, right? And we're gonna probably go in and change the variable names after this. So this is gonna be, I'm hoping not a 2-part video, but if it has to be, it has to be, you guys, you know. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much in one video. Alright. This is giving me a nice little window there. Alright. That's looking decently lined up, right? So next we're going to need text fields for all of these entries. I don't know. I don't like the placement. Maybe right there. Okay. Now I think if I Control C and Control V, it'll give me multiple ones. It wants to line up with that element there, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it. Okay. I don't know exactly where to line this up with. I guess with the left side, huh? I'll just go ahead and set them all like that. Okay. So now I'm going to try to select all of them. Control C, Control V, so just a little copy and paste. This will line up with these. So this will be the date, right? Or, well, month. And then the date. It doesn't look like they lined up too well, so I might have to realign. Year. Okay. No, they're just off to the left, huh? That's just the way it is. This one kind of shortened and deviated a little bit on us. So did year. Okay. Alright, so now we got month, date, year. What else are we missing? Height and weight, right? So I guess we could just paste one more time. Oh no. It completely went bonkers on me. HEIGHT for height. Line that up over here. Weight. And then this one we do not need, right? What we will set here is maybe the BMI, so we'll do one more label. And this label will basically be showing our BMI. I guess let's do BMI and then let's do one more label right underneath it. Because we don't really want the user interacting with this one, right? The labels, they can't be interacted with, so I think BMI will be fine, and then this label will basically be like something we're using for a text. Now we'll need at least one button for now. I know for sure I could do the one button. When we come back, we could add the button and do another one, right? So I'm really going to have to think about how to incorporate this stuff. So we'll go ahead and put this first button somewhere here. I don't know. Okay. And then, oh no. I already went into the code. Alright, so if you go into the code like me, there's going to be a design tab, so yeah, it's going to keep doing that to me. So this one I think I'm going to have to right click. Bear with me because it's been a while since I've done this stuff. So send. We'll just call it send for now because essentially it's going to send data to a file for us. Now let me go ahead and make sure weight and height are all lined up. Everything's good. Okay. Feels kind of weird having this button here. But now let me go ahead and select everything and just see if there's a way to center horizontally. You know, I actually like that. That's looking nice. Okay, let me line up these though. They went a little astray. Alright, that's looking decent. The send button it wanted to put in the middle too, so we'll live with it for now. Okay, so we have our form. How many minutes are we in? 10 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. So if we want to preview the design, We can preview it here. There's still going to be a lot of work to do, so we're going to have to get on it. We'll change the variable name to patient ID label. So we're going to be doing this to all the labels first. Oops. Change variable name. This is going to be first name label. I used to get frustrated in school when they would have us do this kind of stuff, but now I really understand, in order for you to know what you're working on, it's good to have everything intuitively named. It really is. It's so super helpful. Oops, I keep double clicking. I want to change that. So we'll go ahead and call this month label. Then the next one will be date label. Because which one's label 8, right? Especially if we copied and pasted all this stuff, it gets a little bit hairy. So clear as mud, as my professors used to say. So your label. These ones I feel like I could have lined up a little bit better. Like, I don't know. Oh, why is it messing with the other ones? I just want to mess with you. Jeez. Man, well, now I'm moving one thing. See, maybe I shouldn't have done the whole center thing. Oh well. We can play with that later. Alright, so I did do this one, your label, right? See, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, this one will be height label. This one will be weight label. We'll work for functionality now, and then we'll definitely work on the pretty aspect of it later. I don't exactly know what to call this one. We'll call this the BMI label 1. And then this one essentially needs to be a blank label, which I know is kind of weird to have. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to leave it blank for now because it's going to be hard to find it. We could call this one BMI. I don't want to type calculation. I'm trying to think of what it could be. BMI display label. Okay, so that'll be the difference. One's the BMI label, the other one's the BMI display label. This will be the send button. Send J button. That's what it should be technically. Okay, so we got that done. Now we're gonna have to name all the text fields. Alright, so this is gonna be patient ID text field. This one will be first name text field. I guess, we could actually just call it text. I don't think we need to call them a text field. Let's just call them text, so we shorten that. So sorry, I'm changing my idea on the fly. So last name text. Hopefully, we're establishing that that's the text box within the little application we're building. So month text. Date text. Year text. Almost there if you're still following me. But this is fun, This is what we would be doing as an actual developer, right? This would be your life if you're really wanting to pursue this career, right? So, alright. We have everything named, organized. Now the only thing that I, wish I would have thought of sooner is clearing out these fields, but I think when we clear them out, it's going to want to shrink these. So what I think we got to do is go to, I think it's customize code. No, it is properties, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so the properties, we want the columns to probably be like 10, I'm assuming. The text in here should be nothing. Ooh, 10's way too big. Look at that. Let's try 5. Okay, 5's looking decent. Maybe 8 it was. 7. Okay, I'm gonna stick with 7. I think 7's gonna be good. We probably should do 8 though. I think that means we'll be able to enter 8 things if I'm not mistaken. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, we can type much more, so that's good. Alright. I think that's gonna be good. 8 and then blank, so I'm gonna go ahead and change, go to properties for this one. But you see, I should have probably changed this before, because when we would have copied and pasted, right, it would have all just been a copy and pasted the appropriate thing. But we already named them, so we're gonna have to keep using these. This is the way it is right now. And of course, everything's gonna miss a line, so we'll work on that. 8, and then make sure the text here is blank. I'm assuming more or less it's going to be the same on Eclipse, guys. I'm hoping it is if you're using Eclipse. Oops, I keep double clicking. Properties, this will be 8. You know, I really don't have any issue with Eclipse. I guess I just learned on a NetBeans, so it's what I still use by default for whatever reason, you know. I know some people are out there fighting the good fight, talking about which one's the best, you know. My opinion, if it gets the job done, right? That's what matters, you know. I think your boss is gonna care what IDE you're using as long as you're solving the problem, right? Alright, so 8. They're both very powerful tools, and we're lucky to use them, right? I mean, if you've ever coded on the command line and, you know, using different, you know, notebooks and stuff like that, that's a little bit tedious, right? The IDEs make our life easy, so which one do I like? The one that makes life simple, right? I'm gonna go ahead and try to, like, align these horizontally again. Center. Kinda, huh? I don't know why it moves everything though. It's always done this stuff. It bugs the heck out of me. Okay. I'm gonna try to see if I could just get everything aligned the way I want. Keeps wanting to move everything for me. Okay. Man, what is this thing doing? Oh man, now it's moving the month. It's like, it's really messing with me. It's like you wanted to move this stuff and center it. Maybe I shouldn't have used the center property. I don't know. It's too powerful for its own good. So it seems like if I double click on it, I'm able to move the one element and like not move anything else. That one didn't. You can see how they're tethered together though. That's what's weird. Man, just let me move the last name, please. It won't let me. Okay, I will mess with that later so we don't make such a long video, but alright. For the most part, I'm liking the layout. For the most part. This intake for my filling is just a little bit more to the right. Of course, it's going to mess with everything else, right? It doesn't want to let it go. Alright. Well, for now, it's going to have to do. Maybe if I just select it by itself like that. Nope. So if you've ever played with the Gui Builder, it's super fun stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and, oh, not our history. I want to go ahead and view what our form looks like. So it's looking good. It's looking good. No, I think the last thing we can do before we finish this off is I guess we can make this disappear, right? So yeah, we'll be able to do that. Now where the label is and where it shows up at, that'll be the whole tricky stuff. So now I can't find it and select it. I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. It feels weird having the deep J label there, but you know, just for now, so we know where it's at. So we at least have our form. You guys, we can start doing some stuff in the next video. So next week, you know, we'll start programming the interaction between all these different classes, right? So we have the main class, the patient class, and the intake J-form class. So we'll be able to use all our data from the patient class. We will make the patient object, right? And then we will also have to make the patient intake J-frame object. And that's how we'll get them to interact within this one class. So super excited, you guys. The GUI took about 20 minutes, you know. It might take some of you guys a little bit longer, you know. Depends how clean you want it and how, you know, you want to line up your objects, you know. I definitely start getting a little like, you know, I want everything to line up beautifully, right? So, see, I mean, it's weird. I don't know why, when maybe you shouldn't use these if you are like me, you know, and you want to label, get things like super clean and stuff. Not sure why it does that, you know. Let me see what resizing does. Oh yeah, we don't want to do that. Actually, you know, resizing it might have been, I like that now. Alright. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any issues, leave me a comment down below. I will try my best to assist you. With building the GUI, it's a little bit tricky, but you know, we're all learning and trying our best, you guys, so that's all really. If you do, you know, keep working on it, you will achieve what you want, you know. Just have that little bit of curiosity, you know, and we'll get through this, you guys. Alright, I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.